Hey James, how you doing? Can you hear me? Good, 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 good. Yeah, the if you're watching the market, okay, and we'll try to get through the slides and everything, but if you let me just say this, if you are interested in gold, you're at the right spot. That's the reason I'm holding this special because I did this last night and we'll take care of it. Yeah, Rochelle, I'll get you taken care of at the end of this. We'll get it straight for you. How you like that? Put your number in there and I'll handle it with Jonathan after this. And thank you for joining VIP, by the way. Give me your phone number. Just type it there. Nobody else can see it. Sort of odd me doing this at the middle of the day this way, but I'm glad I'm here because we just finished RB4, which ends at 2 o'clock. And I'm working on something really big for everybody. So you're going to love it. 505. Say it to myself. Hello, Tom. That's a neat number. I got you, Rochelle. As soon as I get off this and everything, uh, we'll get everybody taken care of, especially you, Rochelle, great customer. And now, how many people, let me ask a couple questions before I do this, okay? Let me uh, let me ask this question. How many of you heard my view on gold uh, last December and when I said that it was going to 2,700? Anybody here that heard that? Glenn did, Cherry. And how many people heard me say that it was going to make it slow at Valentine's Day? Anybody remember me saying that? And then how many of you were here last week when it hit 2,708? And then how many of you, okay, how many of you bought CDE? Remember that stock for $4.19 that we bought? I know Carol did. She was doing a 101 with me at the time. And I remember her buying it and everything. So uh, pretty good. Yeah, James, you got CDE. Larry got CDE. That was a nice little trade, wasn't it? And I'm still in it. I said I was going to take profits at the time at 755. After looking at gold, I said, let me study it this weekend. I want to see if it's got any more gas in its tank. And then I figured that the second leg is coming, and that's what this is all about. So I think I might be your gold guy, gold, silver, metal guy. But I don't trade it all the time, but I trade it when it's hot. And you'll see our record on it. It's almost like uh, it's pretty neat. You just take a look for yourself. A lot of you made that. I know if you're in it, but and then we had a session this morning. It's called Master Class Gold Plus One. And I want to make this recording because it is pretty hot, and we got a special deal for those first 50. And I think we got a few of those slots left. Rochelle just took one of them, but other than that, I think we got to go. Let me get through the slides. And if you want to, we'll wait about 15 minutes and maybe go live. Y'all want to do that where I can see what this market's doing into the report tomorrow? Would y'all like that? If I go live at the end of this? Okay, well, I'll do that after I finish. Let me get through the presentation. The pre-market analysis. We notify you if we have events. Tomorrow is a special I'm having on YouTube, YouTube only. So you got to be a YouTube subscriber tomorrow to get an invitation to that. And then, I give you my broad market analysis really every day with the S&P. I'm always focused on major market events. Last week, I gave you a number off the Fed meeting. I said if it goes above 55, the market's going higher. It went up to 58.32. And when we meet, like tomorrow will be a bonus setup for people who want to be there. I'll show you the two pass rule around the unemployment report. So my history with gold long, ever since I've been in the industry. I had a couple gold bugs as clients. Jeff Smith's father was one of them. And boy, it made me learn gold backwards and forward over the years. So I've never been that interested in it, except trading it every now and then. But a lot of people like to have a lot of gold. And I have some now, I guess. Over the years, I've acquired some gold and silver. I've always been sort of focused on silver because silver, I call it, was the poor man's metal, and you can buy a lot of silver. I think I loaded up back when it was $5, so it's now 32, and I traded today about 3 times on the future side. So I'm pretty involved in the silver market. But I think, listen up, and I'll show you how to have a good October, November, December quarter. We're going leg 2 of gold, and I'll walk you through it. And join Telegram at dtitrader.com/Telegram. Get joined there. I do a lot of things in Telegram, and it's a lot easier if you're already a member. You can join T-Buzz TV there. Now, I'm interested in people that listen and want to learn and grow their account. And so will 2025 metals? I think so. In fact, I set a new target on gold after my 2,700. But there is risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Do your due diligence, check it out, learn, educate yourself. For those that don't know me, I'm Tom Busby, a former Air Force officer. I think 2 ways. I think strategically, and I think tactically, week to week. I've been an active trader my whole career, former member of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, author of 3 books. The books still sell, believe that or not, even though they were written back in 2005. The first book, I guess the first is always the favorite, Winning the Day Trading Game. It talked about how I got here, and that still works, and people still love that book. They still buy that book. And if you ever at a seminar, bring it, I'll sign it. The Markets Never Sleep was about the Globex machine and the 24-hour market. And then I met a fellow named Ned Bennett on the 3rd book. He's the founder of Options Express. Y'all remember that? Ned had that attitude. Always had that positive attitude, and that's trade to win. DTI will help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. In my opinion, if you pay attention, every trade's not going to be a winner, but guess what, folks? When we lose, I go up back in there and charge an interest when they take our money. We're doing that in our fine time for a dime right now. I'm pretty happy about it. Got a trade on there that we're taking advantage of what we can do. Precious metal hotties, this is what I did at that presentation back then. Gold was at 188. You know, right now it's at 245.66. Silver was at 23. Now it's at 29. You want to stop there or keep going? WPM 49.61. GDX 31.40. Newmont 40 at 54. Ego was a new one for me, 13 at 17. URA 28.99 at 29.87. Nugget at 34.99.50. But as you'll find out in Masterclass number 1 for Gold Plus, here's where my focus is between now and December. SAND, which was 5, now 6. KGC, which was 5, now 9.77. EQX, which was 5 back then, now 6.16. HMY, which is 5, is at 10, and AG, which is 5, at 6.37. There's OCDE back in here. I'm planning to get it up to $10.40. That's my goal. CDE. Now, in January, I called that briefing, let everyone know that I was focused on gold. So see how I focus when I focus. Golds had surged. Markets and students have taken full advantage, not just owning gold with a dozen other active trades. There's a gold trade for 19%. I love that GLD, 19%. GDX, 28%. 56%. Oh, PAAS. I remember that trade. We got in at 27 cents and out at 42. Love that trade. Oh, by the way, if you don't know this, I'm a pretty good trader of low price options. I booked 35.84. Laura did. And she wouldn't have made any of those trades unless you'd learned from me what to look for. The precious metals positions. Rhonda said she loves the way I teach, and sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's slow, but I am sure-footed. Now, today I have just one thing to make you understand. If you think you missed that leg one, get ready. Here comes leg two. Now think again. In my opinion, here it is. My target is 3,500 an ounce. 3,500 an ounce. Now that might seem like a lot because we hit our 2,700. It's already up 30% in the last 10 months, but nothing for gold when it gets rolling. In the early 2000s, gold ran up to 530. I told the story where I was in front of a group out in Las Vegas, Nevada. Gold was, I think, around 300 at the time. I told people to buy ASA. What a call that was. By the end of that conference, nobody paid for the conference if they took the stocks. Gold had a super cycle over 1,000% way before I started in this business. But at the end of my career, people were in gold. That's when gold or silver went 50 for the first time. Y'all remember Bunker Hunt? I was there. You see, when gold gets going, it has ability to perform like few other assets on the planet. Like I told you in January when I predicted this cycle, I'm telling you today, pay attention. Let's grow some accounts. Now, we're just getting started. Everyone knows the markets are shaky right now. There's no way to call it any other way but shaky. And because of that, we're going to take advantage of gold. Chaotic elections coming, no global conflict all over the Middle East, Ukraine, and a desperate Fed with guys on that board that want to stay. But what's really concerning is how weak the economy is underneath a bullish stock market. When stock market pushes all-time highs, most people can't afford groceries. Go to the grocery store. I cannot believe the price of some of the stuff at the grocery store. It just shows how shaky things are. I talked to the cashier. He tells me that people are getting less things when they check out. We saw it in the 2000 tech bubble when companies went from all-time highs to down 70% in a heartbeat. Remember what gold did during that same time? It climbed from 2002-3 all the way up to 2011. Actually, it was at its top. I was doing a seminar in Chicago in August. I remember. In 81% of stock market crashes, gold is going up significantly. When the market doesn't crash, gold is set up to continue a massive super cycle, whether it crashes or not. Why? Very simple. Gold prices have gone up, I'm going to say most times, but they say 100% of the time during rate cuts. I just can tell you this, we're in a rate cut period. You're going to see lower interest rates over the next couple of years. Get ready for it. And because of that, you're going to see gold climb. We're very early in the cycle. We just started the first rate cut, got more coming. So where do you think gold will go when rates get down? If you do the math on it, it's pretty exciting. I got 3,500. Buying gold and holding it now is a smart safety play. Trading gold is the best way to go. That's where the real money's made, turning it over and over again. And trades in gold are starting to heat up again, just like this recent trade right there. 38% return on gold. That was a fine time for a dime, 8 to 11. Now I can teach you how to do that. Just take a look at DTI's track record. This is something I'm very proud of. Probably over the course of a year, we were on quite a run. Let's hope leg two's just as good. Look at those trades. WPM, Hecla. I've been trading Hecla my whole career. Look at that one. WPM, same thing. Gold, gold, gold. Newmont, gold, 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 gold. Nugget, gold, gold, gold. Ego was a new one. Look at that Ego there. AGQ, an old one, 14%. Gold, Ego again, and SLV. Yeah, folks, we're going to be where they're paid. The checkout counter will be right there for you and me when these things set up. And tomorrow, after that big news in the morning, it's going to set up. Now, that's the real deal. 18 for 18, 100% accuracy on that run. Using $500 risk per trade, not much per trade. Look at that. 500 turned into 1885. That's the way you wind it up, isn't it? Look at that. That's an entire portfolio growth of 277%. And I believe it's just starting leg two. Reviewed elements made gold go into its largest historical run. Got an injury crisis. Did you see crude go from 66 to 73? Did you see that? It's been sparked by that overseas conflict. The Federal Reserve will be up next fighting inflation. And when they're doing that, they got to cut these rates because they got the economy on the edge. Got a lack of faith in the economy. Just ask anybody. Does any of that sound familiar? Let's look at the news. Global energy crisis. Yep, we got it. And think about the strategic oil reserves being depleted to the lowest level in its history. I don't know who we're going to charge that one to. Maybe the president. U.S. dollar under threat. Gold price latest, the support continues to build. You got to have gold. You got to pay attention to gold. It's a great place to be. It's all happening again. Wake up. That's right. Turn that alarm clock on and get part of our run for leg number two. All this same research back on December last year, right before that big historic run for DTI. I said it was headed to 2,700. It took all the way to September to get there. Here's gold today. Ding, ding, ding. Getting ready to run. It's correcting, but silver's running. Look at silver. Y'all see silver going up? That is what you're looking for when you hit a top like we did at 2,700. Watch what happens. Like in the 70s and the 2000s, people get run over when this thing takes off. You got to pay attention each day to gold. That's right where we are right now. Now, you might have heard my talk about gold in the past. If you did, congratulations. If you wrote the hotties list, I'd keep it. I updated that today in Masterclass 1. We built a spreadsheet. We got everybody set, ready to go. We'll send the recording to you if you get signed up. That's why you can join Precious Metals Plus. Now, this service will get you going. We got 50 slots minus what we took away last night and today. They've been coming in as I've been talking, early reviews. Start diversifying the precious metals. That's our plan. Maximize opportunity in Precious Metals Plus. Income and directional opportunities. Here's what I did in the master plan. I put 3 parts together. Part 1, how to get income each week. So you don't have to sit there waiting for the big explosion. Part 2, I got a home run portion of this. That's part 2. And then part 3 is I'm developing a portfolio, small caps, that we can get in there and play gold in our IRA. I'm doing it tomorrow. Be with me. Our goal is to average $2 return for every dollar of risk we take. Our actual goal is 80%. Our exposure would be about $300 per option contract. Part one, income opportunities. I call it Home Run City. I love home runs. Well, I got a plan. I discussed it today in master class number 1 plus. And then my small goal portfolio has been identified. Here's what some of the people that said today that saw that presentation. Useful education ever offered. Ever offered. I've done a lot. It was that good, folks. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning and wrote it out. Jonathan put it together. We taught it. Rhonda's back in. She's ready to go. Laura is a great student, and I love this kind of success. She pays attention and does it. Look at Laura. Learn to listen. That's what you got to do. I always tell people to listen. They might learn some things that help it. Now, again, 50 slots are available. 50 slots are available, minus the ones we're already taking. Don't get turned away. The 6-month special, this is a no-brainer, $497. You get 1 month free. I'm going to take you through this quarter, holding your hand as you get used to the rhythm. The special founders only discount if you want a lifetime. A lot of people's taking this, $1497. Before I get to questions, let me ask you a few. If you agree that I'm right, you've seen me do this, what in the world would stop you from being involved? What in the world would stop you if you know I'm about to deliver big time in this gold plus one? Doesn't it make sense? Use my experience of 40 plus years to find the right opportunities at the right time. I'm telling you right now, the time's tomorrow. You'll see it happen. And we'll start rolling out those 3 parts of that master class. You can drive a race car, finish the race. You can be in that Model T and hope it's still working. Which one would you pick? Here's the real secret about the precious metal complex. Silver's up about 9%, soaring, leading gold now, goes up 3. Reminder, you get immediate access to master class number 1, fresh off the press, income opportunities, Home Run City, I call part 2, and small gold portfolio, small stocks. And I did it with units where everybody can, go in their IRA. I'm putting it in mine. We'll do it together. I'll give trigger numbers tomorrow, the spreadsheet tomorrow, and you'll be ready. It's time to get signed up. DTItrader.com/precious. Call 904-416-1776. The 50 slots are on the table if you would like one of it. Folks, there it is. Now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let's put about why don't we do a 15-minute time to give everybody a chance to join that wants to join. We'll count down the slots. After 15 minutes, we will go live and we'll talk about today's market, setting up for the unemployment report tomorrow. I got some stuff to share with you there. So it's 2:26 now. I'll say I'll be back about 2:45. I'll be live when I come back. Y'all ready? Let's go. Any questions that you have, you can ask them. I'll pay attention, try to answer them to the best of my ability. Things are cooking and they're getting hot. The replay, we taped it on, where did we tape it? We taped it on YouTube, I think, okay? So the replay's there. If you're not sure, take the 6-month deal. If you are sure, take the VIP. That's your best deal. Can y'all see the, hey, can y'all see the, let me move this up where you can see it. I don't know if you can see it right there. Can y'all see that? The timer? Hey Wade, how you doing? Fantastic. Are the numbers still in your account as hot as they were when we met in Sawgrass? Well, Wade had some numbers. He was all excited. Well, hey, thank you, David, for joining VIP. That's another one gone. Wow, I hope we got some slots available. We had some people we got to send this out to. Man, I think we hit a nerve here with this gold program. Yeah, I do trade the NASDAQ futures. In fact, are you enrolled in my futures program? Contact Barbara at DTI Trader or Andrak at DTI Trader. They'll help you. Send an email to Barbara at DTI Trader or Andrak, and the first one gets back to you, get signed up because I'm killing it. Killing it, I'm telling you. We did an iron condor last night on gold. Speaking of that, on futures, kicking a field goal. We're trying to kick a field goal. Any broker would do. If you join Precious Metals Plus, any broker would do. Me on that last run. That was amazing, wasn't it? That last run in precious metals. Way to go, David. Rochelle asked, am I going to trade? Rochelle, if I see something that makes sense, I will. I hope they limit the number of VIPs they let go because this is too good a deal. Because this gold trade, goodness gracious. About 12 minutes, we'll go live. Any questions? I can answer any questions while I'm sitting here with you. I'm looking around at some of the markets. Apple's been under pressure today. Did y'all see that? You already go. We'll look at Apple when we get when we finish this, and I'll show you Apple. That's pretty unusual. To see Apple just melt down that way. It's down $3. That's Apple. American Express is down. Berkshire's taking a little hit. Nvidia's up a little bit. Do I trade crude? How many times a day are you asking, Rick? Once a day, 5 times a day? I trade crude. I've been trading crude for years. I love crude. In fact, today I got busy, but I was going to buy crude today at 72.55. Currently, it's at 73.74. That's about 1,000. So Apple's Cook got rid of some Apple stock. Rochelle got an Apple. Way to go. All right, folks, get involved. 10 minutes, I'll get started. We'll see what happens. Join it. I think what I'm going to do is take a little break, and I'll be back when that timer's up. Y'all didn't have any questions? I'll be back. All right, folks, let's go to the market here. Jonathan, why don't you just put one slide up there? Let me go through the Seven Sisters. Make sure it's got the RB frame. All right, folks, let's just go through the day, if you will. Go back to where we started today, Jonathan, down there at 6 o'clock last night. And the opening price last night was what? Why don't you read that out?
It was 57.84.
Last night?
All right, 57.69. I had to get a Zoom window out of the way.
All right,
57.89.
let's type that number in the chat and put RB1 open. I want to do it in order in the chat. RB1 open 57.69, right? And if you want to, on a piece of paper, you ought to write this down. So the RB1 was 57.69. Now, after RB1, how high did we go and how low did we go after RB1 for RB2?
For RB2, we made the high of the day.
That was wasn't that after no. Didn't we make a high before that on and a low? The low was 57. What was, let's go to RB1 and let's track the progress, okay?
RB1 made a high of 57.72. That's the high of the day.
57.72. Is that held all day?
Yes.
Okay. So we opened at the high, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Okay. Then RB2 was what price?
RB2 opened at 57.35.
57.35, and we made a new low between RB2 and 7 o'clock. Or no, it was 7 o'clock we didn't through the new low came
right before RB4.
Right before RB4. What was that low?
26.
57.26. Okay. Now throw a daily up there real quick. I want to show him something. What's that low down there yesterday?
24.5.
So it came down and tested yesterday's low. Everybody see that on the E-mini? That was a test of low, then it bounced, okay? Now, yesterday's high was, what do you have, 57.72, wasn't it?
73/4, what I got.
Yeah, so it tested the high, tested the low prior to this big news. That was the point I was trying to make, okay? Now, if you look at the RBs right now on the 30-minute RBs, it's sort of almost mid-range, but in the lower half. All right, go to the NASDAQ real quick. And the NASDAQ opened at 255. Current price is 199.55. So it's below its opening. All right, let's go to crude oil next. Crude oil opened today at 71. Notice crude oil has broken out of its range there. Everybody see that? So crude oil is pressing higher right now. Okay, which tells you crude's not done. Probably 75 would be a good stopping point for crude. Okay, that's crude. All right, let's do gold now. All right, look at gold. Gold, show us where we started at. We started gold last night at 26.80, Jonathan. 26.80. You want to circle where we started last night? Notice we're a little slightly lower than where we started last night on gold this time of day. Gold hadn't done anything. Okay. It went down, then popped up, but it's back really unchanged going into that news tomorrow. Here's the breakthrough. Look at silver, Jonathan. SI silver. Bring silver into play. Notice the difference. Where silver open and where it's trading, it's up big time. And then look at, it's at the top of its frame, okay? Top of its frame at target, silver. That's pretty impressive to me to see silver. I've been trading silver all day because of that disparity there with silver. About 46, higher than 46, you get another leg. Probably tonight you'll get another leg if it hangs in here. When it hovers that high, it usually goes higher in the evening. Okay? That's silver. That's very interesting. Okay. All right, Jonathan, at silver. Let's look at bonds. Just look at bonds through TLT. All right, this is bonds. You got a big news tomorrow. Notice bonds, interest rates are below the frame. Does everybody see that? Might as well throw futures in there, see if you got the same thing with ZB. Look at that. Now let's go to one stock, NVIDIA. Top of its frame. Look at DJT. I've been mentioning it all week. $16.55 throws that in play for us, Jonathan, tomorrow. All right, so here's what I think. I think this is a typical market prior to the big news tomorrow. Look at the QQQ. Lower end of the range, came down support, they held. I don't think volume is really flowing in right now. Pretty quiet. All right. All right, let's look at a couple gold stocks. Look at, let me bring out my hotties list. Jonathan, look at KGC. KGC. At the top of its frame. Is your mic on, Jonathan?
Yeah, it's at the top of its frame, last two reference bars. Sure is.
All right, look at HMY.
Down for the day, but it's at the top of its range.
Yep. Look at SAND.
Sand. Same picture, top into the frame.
All right. EQX. Look at EQX.
EQX. That's about halfway through its frame.
About halfway on it. And CDE will be the last one I want to look at.
CDE. About to get above its frame.
Yeah, I think this stock's good to go. Tomorrow we ought to be pressing the old thing. All right, folks. I'm done. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Jonathan, I'm live on YouTube tomorrow. You want to put YouTube. If you want to get signed up for the precious metals, that's how you do it. Any other questions for me before I go? Master class is ready to be delivered to you. Make sure you go through it and get ready. You'll start getting a spreadsheet tomorrow with trigger numbers, and then we'll send alerts out as we implement our strategy for the last quarter. Remember, today's the 3 days. The algo comes into play. We're just sitting here on hold waiting for the opportunity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see everybody on the flip side. One last thing, if you're in TNT, I'm home tonight. Check in there about 8 o'clock. I got another great play prior to the news over on the future side. So be there if you can. I'll cover that. You can also do SPY in the QQQ if you want to. They trade 24 hours. All right. Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.
That's TNT.